contradicting. My hair looks like Valentine's Day and my background looks like fall. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, some of those will be nice.
Hello honeybees, hello my book besties, welcome back to my channel, and happy freaking fall, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's fall. What? Now when I'm filming this, it's not actually fall. It's still very much hot, still very much 90-degree weather, but I wanted to give y'all like the fall vibes, so I just found a little background. I don't know, I'm just trying out here. I'm just a girl, okay? And yes, my hair looks like Valentine's Day, but that's not the vibes I'm going for. I'm going for, like, you know, strawberry shortcake, strawberry. Anyways, besides all that, welcome to my October TBR, which is really crazy, right? I know, October, what? Anyways, yes, October. And I'm super excited for this TBR because I feel like it's definitely going to be all fall vibes, but it's also going to be giving witchy, very much cozy romances, you know, like I want cozy vibes, comfy vibes, academia vibes in a way, and also like some, you know, witchy, Halloween-y kind of vibes. Like, we're going for all of that. Of course, I just want to let you guys know I do not have my pick for my October book club book pick yet. So this is the book and I'm super excited to read it. Either way, who knows? Link in the description down below if you want to join the book club, read what I'm reading, know what I'm reading. I follow Fable like religiously. I literally am on Fable every single day. There's not a day that I'm not on Fable. So like if you want to know what I'm up to, what I'm reading, I update Fable all the time. So if you want to know what I'm reading all the time, just go ahead and check out Fable. That's my place. So yeah, of course, both of those links are in the description box. Like I said, the book club and Fable account. So if you want to follow both of those, you can do that. Either way, without further ado, you know we got our handy dandy TBR jar. I need to like switch this up maybe. Maybe I shouldn't do TBR jar anymore. Maybe I should switch it up a little bit. I had earlier this year a couple of other different ones that I did. Like I did Easter egg and I think, what else? I had unwrap. Yeah, I had like a couple different ones, but I think the rest of this year I just a TBR jar, unless it's like Christmas, you know. I think I'll switch it up for Christmas. But anyways, for October we're just going to do the TBR jar. So we're going to go ahead and pick out 7 books, including the one that is on the monthly book club pick. I do want to let you guys know that these books down here are up for grabs. We have first A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid, Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. We also have The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Yeah, I don't know, but we have that one. And then for a fourth one, we also have If It Makes You Happy. Yeah, super exciting. So those books are up for grabbies. Those 4 books, including whatever is here in my library, plus the ones over here on the side. Y'all can't see them, but I have a whole stack of books over here because your girl can't fit anything else inside of the bookshelves. Like, it's not happening. It's just not happening. I am yapping so much. Let's get to this October TBR so that way we know what we're reading for October. Anyways, let's get into it. First prompt. This one is an enemies to lovers. Wow. Okay, enemies to lovers. I feel like I have a lot of those actually, so we're gonna see what I find. All right, so I think I already know what I'm gonna do for this one. I have A Study in Drowning, of course. I'm gonna choose that one by Ava Reid. I want to get into her books and I feel like so many people talk about this book. Plus it just fits the vibe of October because it's enemies to lovers. Not only that, but it's blending like this author's dark secrets as well as blending gothic fantasy, romance, and an indictment of society sacrifices. I promise you I'm just reading this off of Amazon. So I just feel like it's just gonna be fitting the vibe for October, and I've been wanting to read this book and I feel like it also gives off cozy vibes, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go with A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid as our first pick. On to the second one. Let's see what we get. We're gonna do this quick today. We're gonna try not to dilly-dally. A book set in college. A book set in college. Let's see what we have. No lie, it took me a little moment to find one. Like, I thought I didn't have any at this point. Now, I do know I have Tomorrow, but I'm not really vibing with that one for October. So we have Say You Swear by Meghan Brandy. Now, has this been on my TBR before once in a lifetime? Probably. Have I ever read it yet? No. Have I like really touched it at all to like pick up and be like, I want to read it? No. But you know, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it and see what happens. So basically this is about Ariana and Noah. Very short thing back here in the synopsis. 4 years I've dreamt of what college life could bring. And while some things changed, there was always one constant. It didn't matter how wild I allowed my imagination to run, it always led to the same place in the end. It led me to him. My future was clear and he was it. until suddenly he wasn't. Now I'm a shell of who I was. On a path too blurry to follow, and I see no way out, no way up. They say first love lasts forever. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. So I guess this is a second chance. I think it's a second chance romance, and yeah, apparently he's her ex. I don't know. That's all I got. Guys, all I'm literally hanging on by this and the football in the back, okay? That's all I know. So this is a college football romance, and I'm super excited to read it. I haven't read like a sports romance in a minute, actually. Honestly, there's so many books out there that are related to sports, and I just have not read that many. And I just would love to see where this one will take me. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like this is the vibes for October. So hopefully I like this, and hopefully I actually get to it. This book is more than like 500 pages, and you know, October, school, midterms, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, we still got 5 more books to pick, so let's get to the third one. A manga slash manhwa. Okay, all right. So I have a couple actually that I've been eyeing. I feel like I love this prompt so much because I haven't actually touched any of my manhwas nor my mangas in a minute. So hopefully, I think I know which one I'm gonna choose actually. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Haikyuu. This is the second manga of the series. I mean, there's like a bunch of books actually. I think there's like 10 or 11. I'm not really sure. I read the first one last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was last year, and this is the second one. I haven't really touched the Haikyuu series in a minute. I actually really love this series. I watched the anime and it was amazing. I love the anime. It's actually really hilarious. It's like really funny, especially the dub version. It's actually so funny. Now I watched like the regular version, but when you watch the American version or the dub version, funny. I'm cracking up. I be crying, but both of them are hilarious. Anyways, this is the second book. I literally just wanted to have them just because I was like, I watched a show, why not actually read the book? But I think like literally it's just the show and the book, you know, like the book is literally the show itself. So like I've seen it in action like in the show, and you know, just getting to read it in the actual manga is really funny too. So super excited to get to the second one, and it also has like our Halloween colors, you know. Okay, on to the fourth one. Let's see what we get. A book you bought because of the cover. Again, I'm being called out. I'm always being called out by my own prompts that I wrote. Honestly, there are so many books that actually fit this prompt, but I decided that maybe I should get back into my fantasy era. I feel like I was reading a lot of fantasies earlier on this year, and definitely after reading the Imperium series and finishing Onyx Storm, I kind of stopped reading the fantasies because I was like, there's nothing good out there as good as the Imperium series, and I was stressed. That was a long story. Anyways, here we are. We have The Night and Its Moon by Piper C.J. I have been wanting to read the series like ever since earlier this year. I did put this on my TBR a couple times. Have I read it? No. But I do want to get back into my fantasy era. I feel like I stopped reading fantasy after reading the Imperium series, finishing all 3 books like within like 4 months, and it was a lot. So I haven't even read any other fantasies. So I want to get into another little world, and hopefully this one will be very fun to get into. I feel like this would just fit the vibe for October. Like, look at this. Like, it's giving Twilight, doesn't it? Like, it just gives off those vibes. Anyways, I'll read the little synopsis for y'all because I'm horrible at explaining books after reading it. Anyways, it says, wait for me. Farley is just an orphanage. At least that's what the church would have the people believe. But beautiful orphans, Nox and Fae-touched Amaris, know better. They are commodities for sale, available for purchase by the highest bidder. So when the mandame of notorious brothel in far-off city offers a king's ransom to Amaris, Nox ends up taking her place, while Amaris is drawn away to the mountains, home of mysterious assassins. Even as they take up new lives and identities, Nox and Amaris never forget one thing. They will stop at nothing to reunite. But the threat of war looms overhead. The two are inevitably swept into a conflict between human and fae, magic and mundane, with strange new alliances, untested powers, and a bond that neither time nor distance could possibly break. The fate of the realms lies in the hands of 2 orphans and the love they hold for each other. This is definitely giving like dark fantasy, definitely a whole nother world to get into. The fact that both of them are orphans, and I feel like this is definitely just giving something different than any other thing I've read. So I definitely feel like this is gonna be interesting, and it just gives off those vibes that October gives, you know? So we have 3 more picks, 3 more. So let's see what happens. Ooh, girl, come on. Your friend chooses the book. Okay, so I'm gonna give her 3 books to choose from, and we'll see what she chooses. that's what I'm gonna do. And hopefully she answers by the end of this video, but if not, I'm going to choose another prompt. Okay, so I'm having her choose from 3 different books. I have Deja Brew by Celestine Martin. This is like an adult romance, and I feel like this is kind of enemies to lovers. I feel like this is gonna be very cutesy. And it's also, you know, black FMC MMC as well, which is great. And then we have Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. This is by Katie Tsikatelli Cook. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I seen that name I was like, I don't even know what to do. But anyway, Lucy Kane hates pumpkin spice lattes. Apparently she ends up liking them at some point because of this man named Jack Harper. And then we also have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Now this one is something I've been wanting to read but I have not touched yet, and this is kind of dark academia, and this is about like school in New England, and basically it's this group of kids and they're like all a little weird in a sense. And I've gotten like 30 pages into this book before and I haven't like touched it since then. Like I literally have stuff like highlighted in here. It was very much giving a good book. I just never touched it, you know, after a while. I think I got like a good almost like 50 pages in and I just stopped reading it. And I think it's just because the times were wrong. So I'm going to send all 3 of these to my friend Taylor. She's also a book reader and I think she'll choose a good one. I don't know which one she's going to choose, but I feel like she's going to choose this one. So we're going to see which one she chooses. I'm going to send these 3 to her and then we're going to choose the next prompt. Okay, so I sent that off to her and hopefully she gets back to me soon, but if not, we're going to choose another prompt. So I'll leave this up here for now and then I'm going to choose the next 2. See what happens. Yeah. I'm loving it. Oops. Hello, one of you. A top rated book. Oh my gosh, I picked this before. Okay, so I'm in my Goodreads and we're into our books and I put them into average rating. Now the book has to be on my physical TBR, and also I want something in my higher priority, but I'm kind of scared. So we're gonna do like the top 3 that are in the high priority and then like see what happens. Okay, it looks like Boys of Tommen is like creeping up on me, so that's really scary. Okay, so we're gonna see. Ooh, House of Sky and Breath. Oh no, this is House of Earth and Blood by in the Crescent City series. Okay, Boys of Tommen. Okay, I knew it was gonna be up there. So we have that one. Okay, I'm really scared right now. Wait, I think it's just these 2, so it has to be between these 2 here, and I'm really scared because they're both different series. And I just said I wanted to start a fantasy series. Why did I choose a fantasy series and then all of a sudden these 2 were there? So these are top rated books. This one has the first book in the Crescent City series. This is House of Earth and Blood and this is 4.45. And then we have Boys of Tommen. This is 4.45 as well. So they're both in the same rating area, so there's like no big difference. So I get to choose between these 2. This is really hard, guys. Oh my gosh. Wait. This one is a short series. This is only 3 books in the series. And then we have Boys of Tommen, which literally has been an earth sensation since it came out. Like the last book just came out like recently, was releasing 10 or something like that. I don't even know. It was called something 10. And I've been wanting to read the series. I actually went and bought 3 and 4 when I haven't even started the first 2. That's how bad it is, guys. I think this is my sign to start, and it might tear me apart. But you know, October is for all the cries. But then we also have this one. This is just like, this is also one that's been talked about a lot. There's 3 books in this series, and I feel like a lot of people love Sarah J Maas, but I haven't read any of her books yet. And since I'm kind of used to the world building now of like different books, I want to see what this one's all about. I feel like this would be really interesting, and it's vibes because you have this guy following after every step. I think this turns into a romance in the second book. I'm not really sure. And then we have this one. We all know this is a YA romance, right? But it's YA fiction because it's about high schoolers, not because of the content in it. I think people get confused about that. It's YA because of the age group that she's talking about, not YA because of the content. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are confused about why this is YA. That is why it is YA. YA is categorized in the age group in which sometimes the author is talking about, also about like sometimes the content, but it's usually not about the content. It's about the age group that she's talking about. Guys, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with this one. I think this was like really like, I would really love to read this because it's giving, like, you know, he wants to protect her, she doesn't need that, you know, type of, like, it's giving those kind of vibes. But also, this is a really big series, and plus this book is 3,000 pages long. Do you already see the books over here? Not right now. Maybe next year I'll get into this series. We'll see what happens, but not right now. So we're gonna go with Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, and I'm excited. You should be excited too. I'm gonna go with this one for the next book on the TBR. And Taylor did get back to me for the next read. She picked Deja Brew, and she said because he's black. And I already knew she was gonna do that. So here we are. We have Deja Brew. This is by Celestine Martin, and this is like ex-celebrity chef Serena Caraway has had wackiest October ever. It's already set in October. Her cooking powers are on the fritz. She failed to land a career-saving job, and she embarrassed herself at the town's Halloween party. Just before midnight, she makes a desperate wish for a second chance to fix her life. The next morning, Serena wakes up and realizes she's repeating the entire pumpkin spice flavored month. Crazy, right? I know. Even sweeter, she runs into Gus Dearworth, whose magic leaves her spellbound. A former reality star, Gus moved to Freya Grove to rebuild his reputation and heal his broken heart, but his relentless magic is tempting him to return to the spotlight. And his secret crush on Serena is making him want to try something dangerous, like fall in love again. When Serena realizes he can help her fix her powers, Gus makes her a deal. If she'll help decipher a mysterious cookbook in his collection, he'll help get her magical groove back. Ah, okay. Every encounter offers a new adventure, from tasting menus and harvest mazes to a growing attraction that's taking on an irresistible enchantment of its own. But as the month winds down and the wish grows stronger, Serena and Gus have a decision to make. Will their second chance be their happy ever after ending, or a bittersweet memory? I think that is so cute. I think this is going to be really good. This is a series. There's 3 books in the series, but they're interconnected standalone, so you don't have to read every book. And this one's set in October, and also like the premise of this is really interesting. Like, they both have powers. One sings and one cooks. I feel like that's very interesting and very different than most of the books that I've read. I mean, I read When in Rome, and that one's like a chef and a pop star, but you know, there's a difference here. So I think this is just going to be very vibey, and like, it's October, like it's literally set in October, like that's literally perfect. So we're gonna go with Deja Brew, and thank you, Taylor, for choosing this book. I love you. Wow. All right, we're down to the last book. I'm super excited to see which one we're gonna get for the last book, and we're gonna choose a book you think will make you cry. Well, honestly, honey, look at all these books. One of these is definitely gonna make me cry, and I feel like it's gonna be Binding 13. I feel like that's gonna definitely make me cry my eyes out. But another book I think will make me cry is, I don't know, like, that's a really hard one. I'm gonna see. Guys, I actually lied when I said I couldn't find a book that will make me cry, because I didn't actually look in the back of my shelf. And I simultaneously found one that's also been on my shelf for over a year. And we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Yes, I think this is the perfect pick. That's actually really crazy because I didn't think I had this book. I didn't even remember putting it in the back. So I think this will simultaneously make me cry, as well as a book that has been on my TBR. This is like a Greek retelling of the Achilles, obviously. And I've heard many people say that they've like cried their eyes out to this book, but like, I just haven't touched it yet. Like, I don't know why. It's just been on my TBR for so long, and I've been wanting to read it, but like, I don't think I've put it in an area in which I've been able to like pick it up and be like, I want to read this right now, you know, type of thing. So I'm gonna go with this book. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go through every single book that I have on the TBR. The Song of Achilles, Deja Brew, Binding 13, The Night in Its Moon, 𝚟𝚑, A Study in Drowning, and our pick for the month. Alright guys, I think this is a really exciting TBR. I feel like there's definitely a lot of different books on here. We got some manga, we got some romance, we got tearjerkers, we got cozy reads. I feel like this is just the vibes for October. I feel like this is a really good choosing. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna read a good bit of these, and they're all very different in their own ways. So I feel like this is a super fun and enthusiastic kind of TBR. It's very optimistic, very out there, and definitely not what I was expecting, but I'm super excited to read every single one of these either way. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this October TBR. I'm super excited to read every single one of these books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you made it all the way to the end of today's video, comment down below the pumpkin emoji. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new bookish video. And don't forget to be true and be you and read whatever you want to. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next bookish video. Bye!